Hello everyone. In this video, I will walk you through my solution to the 9th challenge of Damn Vulnerable DeFi, Puppet V2. The first half of this video, I will be analyzing the contract that makes up this challenge, and then I'll go over the solution. Check the timestamps in the description below to see when I go over the solution if you want to try to solve it yourself first. The developers of the last lending pool are saying that they've learned the lesson, and just released a new version. Now they're using a Uniswap V2 exchange as a price oracle, along with the recommended utility libraries. That should be enough. You start with 20 ETH and 10,000 DVT tokens in balance. The new lending pool has 1 million DVT tokens in balance. You know what to do. So our goal is to steal all of the DVT tokens in the new lending pool with only 20 ETH and 10,000 DVT tokens to start. Let's take a look at the smart contract code that makes up this challenge. The contract that we will be looking at is a Puppet V2 pool. The wrapped ETH and DVT tokens are initialized inside the constructor, as well as the Uniswap parent and Uniswap factory addresses. There are two callable functions within this contract, a borrow function and a function to calculate how much wrapped ETH collateral you need to deposit for a given amount of borrowed DVT token. The borrow function first checks to see if there are enough tokens available in the pool to lend out. Then, it calculates how much ETH the user must deposit using this function. The deposit required is equal to 3 times the price of the DVT token borrowed in ETH. The price is fetched using the official Uniswap V2 libraries within this private function. The borrow function then transfers the required ETH from the user's address to the pool, then adds that to the user's total deposits within the pool using the deposits mapping. Lastly, it transfers the borrowed tokens to the user. If you want to figure out how to steal all 1 million of the tokens within this lending pool on your own, I'd recommend checking out the Uniswap V2 periphery contracts on GitHub. Pause the video now and give it a go, because in just a second I will go over my solution. So in order to steal all 1 million of the tokens, we need to first crash the Uniswap price of DVT tokens in ETH by swapping all 10,000 of the attacker's DVT tokens for ETH. This way we can afford to deposit the ETH required to borrow all the tokens in this lending pool. We can execute this attack by calling smart contract functions on the front end within this Puppet V2 challenge file. Swapping all of the attacker's DVT tokens for ETH will cause the supply of DVT tokens relative to the supply of ETH tokens within the DVT to ETH Uniswap liquidity pool to drastically increase, since the pool only has a starting liquidity of 10 ETH and 100 DVT tokens. This in turn will significantly decrease the value of DVT tokens relative to ETH. So how do we do this? First, we will need to approve the Uniswap router contract to spend all of our tokens, then call the swap exact tokens for ETH function on the router. Once all of our tokens have been swapped for ETH, we will fetch the ETH deposit amount needed to borrow all the tokens in the pool from the lending pool contract. This value should be less than our ETH balance, and we will console log both values to make sure. We will then wrap the required amount of ETH to be deposited into the pool using the deposit function of the ETH contract and approve that value to be spent by the lending pool. We have to do this because the pool only accepts ETH deposits, not regular ETH. Lastly, we will take all the tokens from the lending pool by calling the borrow function of the lending pool contract, passing the pool's initial token balance of 1 million. Now, if we run our exploit, the attacker should have a DVT token balance greater than or equal to 1 million, while the pool has a balance of 0. All right, let's run it. Sweet. And as you can see, after we crash the DVT token price, the ETH deposit required to borrow all the DVT tokens in the pool is less than the attacker's ETH balance. And thus the attacker could afford to take all the tokens from the pool. So that's all I've got for this video. If you found this video helpful, Leave a like and subscribe so I can reach a larger audience and continue to produce more Web3 coding content. Until next time.